Make sure we're set before we're throwing up different sets.
Man.
Got the trio. It is Sharp, DC, and Mr. Larry. I'm amped up. I'm not as amped as I can be. We running a little late. I ain't gonna call the man out, but your boy is a little. We need some extra. I need that. Red Bull gives you wings. But as we continue to talk about everything going on in the league, I'm sure I'm gonna get amped. First, fellas, how we feeling? Before we get jiggy with it, how y'all doing?
Yeah,
I'm good.
What'd you say?
I'm feeling old, you know.
I mean, baby, you make 46 look good. Don't get it twisted. Hey, he took off. It's all good, man. Whatever age you popping, you making it look on point. Keep it going. And you playing ball? Kill it. I'm just saying. We doing well. We doing well. That's funny. But on the other note, last week, man, and you know what? I'm about to get some energy. All right, because it just hit me looking at these scores. And I want to talk about a few good games. Oh, you weren't there, Larry?
No.
So this is great for you. This is great for us. And our co-host is shaking his head because he knows where I'm going.
I know exactly
y'all got spanked.
Who, baby?
Yeah. Ooh, y'all baby. Got spanked? Who y'all get spanked by?
Full throttle. No, and so after the game, not even gonna lie, I began to try to figure out what excuse I was gonna have to not be here right now.
Hey, well, hold on. I just had a flashback. I begin to close my eyes. Like, whatever that quote is, I'm gonna find that clip and find that shit for you.
But I will say this now, having it sit for a couple days or a few days or whatever. Yeah, it was probably the worst beating I took. Like in all the flag I've ever been beat. It was bad. Hey, I can't make no more jokes about. I can't make no more jokes about them taking pictures during scrimmage because maybe we should have been doing that. It was an all-time whooping.
They didn't have no pictures of it?
They should have. That was the time for them to have pictures.
But wait, there's more. Who is on your team that showed up?
Oh,
you said who was on my team that showed up?
Who showed up?
Like who played well?
No. None of y'all play well. 0 points.
I was like, okay.
On the roster.
We had a couple guys that were gone. We had a couple key pieces that were gone, but it was still a lot of the roster. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it was still a good chunk of the roster. I say about 70% of our guys was there. So it wasn't like we were missing half the team. It was a whooping. I ain't got no excuses.
Yeah, Kwame was there. Andre was there playing DB. They had players. Y'all had people in positions that shouldn't have been in certain positions. Garrett wasn't there, right?
Garrett, Russo, we were missing a couple pieces on the offensive line. They exploited our offensive line. We really didn't have a ton of time. They also was getting. We had Sean, but it was tough on our line. It was tough. But we played a few people out of position. But a win is a win. They won convincingly. It's not like it was 21-0. It was
an ass whooping.
We had to say uncle after that.
32 to 0.
Zip. And actually, I thought it was 38-0. I'm not going to front. I thought it was worse than that. That's how bad it was.
Is that your first game?
Yeah, we only had one. So one game don't define the season.
That's all we can take. Rabbit going to be on y'all for about 3 weeks now, if more.
At this point, I ain't got I can't. You win 32-0. What I'm going to say? I don't even be on there like that. I don't be on there posting and doing that stuff. But even if I wasn't, or if I was, can't say nothing.
You just gonna take this one?
32-0. What's the see you next time? If it was 32-6,
Rabbit game has 32 pumps. No reason.
Y'all better see him next time. Y'all didn't see him this time. Y'all ain't show up.
It was bad.
We might as well not show up. So hey, like I said. Hey, you win some, you lose some, but you live. You live to fight another day.
Y'all better hope with that. Oh, y'all don't get cut.
Nah, it's first game.
They just
still get cut the first game.
Knocking the, what is it? Knocking the cotton? No, that's
Ooh.
knocking. I know I was racist. I'm knocking the. I don't know what the saying is. I don't know.
Call me a seal. Hey, Larry just called me a seal, nigga.
Hey, he sure did.
Hey, he said, "Then go get your cotton." What?
Well, knock that cotton.
But we'll talk. We'll start at the top. Carnage and Predators. Larry and I you missed this one. It was a really good game. Predators came out on top, 34-27. This literally went down to the last drive, and I was able to be on the sideline to watch Brandon take his offense. I want to say they maybe had 45 seconds left in the game to bring it down.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon brought it down to his end zone, and they made a couple bad plays. A couple guys did not go out of bounds when they were supposed to. They were out of timeouts, but it was just a killer. Brandon ran to the sideline, and it was hard to sit there and watch it. I don't know his mindset. So maybe he can explain it once he watches the video. But he slid. I think he attempted to slide out of bounds, but he slid inbounds. And the ref called him inbounds and kept the clock rolling. So by the time they got back up to the line of scrimmage, the game was over. So that was literally the last play of the game. And it was so rough. I agree with the call from the ref of saying that he slid inbounds. Like literally, it was like, whoa. But again, if he was to do that, I mean, it was just, why not run out of bounds? Why not do so many other things? It was just like, shit. Like such a sucky way to end the game. Because I truly believe if they'd had another play or two with what they were doing, Brandon would have won that game. Or at very least, it was a crazy game. And they had Charles. Hey, we got to talk about my man now while we talking. Taryn was catching jump balls.
What? Oh, I didn't see that. Oh,
listen. I'm sitting here playing my game, and I happen to look over like, oh, who's that bomb that Brandon's throwing it to? Taryn. Oh, who's Taryn catching over? Top 5. When I tell you, I was so shook. Like I for sure yelled, but I was like, this man, Taryn.
Like he jumped off the ground?
Got the ball. Took the ball. Parrish could have made a play, in my opinion. I'm not a DB or receiver, but from my point of view, on the sideline, Taryn snagged that, and it shook everybody. The whole sideline was like, oh, shit. I was going nuts. I was happy for him. And Taryn ran right up. I told you I'll play multiple positions. I was like, sir, talk your shit. Talk your shit, because that was wild. Hey, and my man was pretty sure he was center, too. So it was like, okay, sir.
A little bit of a run he had to go.
Hey, Taryn was out there doing the goddamn thing. So that was very exciting. But like I said, a sucky way to end it. I don't know what all was going through that last play with Brandon, but with how far they came, my man was legit about to get it. So it was exciting. Next game, Jabari versus End Zone, 37-6. FSO and Full Throttle beat them up 36-14. Silverbacks and I've been working. This was game of the week, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Silverbacks did get that 34-12. We talked about the game time whipping. FSO versus Predators. That's crazy. They beat Predators beat Carnage 34-27, but they play FSO and can't score down. So
they were saying the rumor was the quarterback, Mr. Jamie, was getting off on them a little bit.
And I mean, even more rumor, there's a lot of upset Predators that are trying to go to old teams or go to new teams. There was
That's weird because you have a win against Carnage, who's a team that I had them beating them by a couple scores, and then you just lose one game and you want to jump ship. I know we got our asses whooped. I get the feeling, but
you know what though? I always think it's how you lose, right? Because the L is one thing, but how you take that loss. I shouldn't say how you're given that loss,
come back from it,
do for it or do about it. I think that's key.
But they made Terran eat his words though. Terran said he was going to win by 2 scores.
Oh, facts. That's why it was like, go ahead, Predators. So y'all have this high morale, and then you play FSO, who just got spanked by Full Throttle, and they come in ready to handle you, and they do so. And the sideline, they were going at it. Nothing crazy. I don't want to make it bigger than what it was, but there was definitely discussions with leadership. Voices were being raised. So I'd be curious. I'm hopeful that team stays intact. But you said what?
I said, Juke, what you running over there, man? You running a circus?
I've seen DMs of players trying to reach out to the other captains. So I ain't putting nobody on blast on the show.
Hey, let me get an Astros jersey. Just take the P off the Predators.
Let's do
it. Predators?
Look, I don't want to hang a jersey up on my wall that says Predators.
Just take all Predators off. Just take the whole word, not just the P. So it's rough, but that's how it goes.
But Jamie, the quarterback for FSO, he's been known to go off. When he go off on a game,
I heard he had like 2 or 3 touchdowns. He went off.
He did.
It's always an early one, and then it's a late one.
He did what he was supposed to do. Next up, Lunatics' first game, or I should say Trojans' first game back. They got up on Silverbacks 33-21. That was a pretty good game, just seeing the high-powered offenses. Soto got a couple of touchdowns. I don't want to say I didn't see them all, but I'm pretty sure one of them was on Oscar. Then some of the other ones were on some of the other DBs, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, apologies. But it was just crazy to see that Dev Soto connection get real. But then Cole came out there doing what Cole does, and they finished.
I thought Cole was out.
There's rumors. Cole was out there stunting. Mm-hmm. Cole was back, baby.
Took a time away from the guitar.
That motherfucker might have been in his bag. You never know. He was probably singing on the way out.
Got a song on iTunes. Y'all know that?
Yeah. He came back feeling good though. He was on. I think he was on vacation or somewhere. Seen some pictures. He came back feeling great.
He was out there making his album. He was releasing
taking his time out, and then came back ready. So you can't get mad at that. Cole played his tail off. It was exciting. Amped up to see that whole team. I'm trying to scroll here quick and see if I can give a shout out to his song. I see his album cover. Harder Than the Bottom.
Yeah.
iTunes. I have not heard it yet, so I ain't gonna cap. But Harder Than the Bottom. Shout out to Cole doing his thing.
Check it out.
Last game, 40-0. Jabari over. I've been working. Oh yeah.
Well, at least we didn't get the worst whooping of the week.
No. Y'all was personal because Rabbit came and told y'all what he was going to do to y'all.
Yeah.
Who's Eric's QB? Who's I've been working QB?
Oh, you know what? I don't know the gentleman's name. He's definitely got an arm. Eric has some playmakers show up, but I don't know, dude. He's been in the league for on and off. Taller dude, but I don't know his name. They're trying to switch it up as well as they continue to get the score driven up on them, but it is what it is. Speaking of game of the week, though, got to jump to that. I've been working with Silverbacks. Silverbacks 34 over. I've been working 12. This was game of the week just because we had some turmoil with it. Dev and Soto used to be with. I've been working past 2 or 3 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow Silverbacks were able to take their expertise, somehow Nate and Dev were able to take these to Silverbacks. There's no real what am I trying to say? There hasn't been much said from those two guys about why they left. And per Eric from I've Been Working, he said it was kind of like B2K breaking up the band.
B2K. No. What was the other bands that B2K was beating out mostly? Because they can't say B2K.
I don't know. I guess you can't say B2K because B2K got Grammys and stuff and done something with themselves. You're right. What's the Bad Boys group that didn't do nothing?
Hey, Day 26.
Yeah. They had some nice songs though.
Hey, they
did.
Till this day, there's like 3 songs that's on my R&B list, but that's about it. Yeah. So I've Been Working, aka Day 26.
They should have called themselves Year 26. Give them some more time because they lasted a day.
So it was a good game by Dev. He was announced as Player of the Week by TC. Just to read the stats, so I'm on point. He was 10 for 14. My man had 4 touchdown completions, 3 pat completions, if I'm saying that right, point attempts, and then his QB rating, if this is correct, and I'm going to give Ray his bonus points because normally doesn't mess this up, but the QB rating was 148.81. So Dev, that's a hell of a stat. If this is real and Ray is on point, which I think he is in this one, I love this. I hope this is an introduction to more things to come. Game of the week is dope for doing that, but we need more coverage of stats as we continue. I'm hoping this is something to be bigger and better for the league because we love the stats. That's where the real shit talking comes in. So we'll take that. So right now, we got the damn draft. Keep talking about it because I'm not done. I've been loving these conversations. I've been loving the comments. I've had opportunity to speak with 2 of the captains already. Spoke with Lamar, harassed him. Larry, I don't know if you saw that interview with Lamar, but he pretty much said everyone that he's putting on his team, he's creating his own jerseys. That's on him. And
I've seen them. They fired too, by the way.
He said they're going reversible. So, we home, cool. We dark. Oh, you want us to be away? Cool. We'll flip it and be away color, all in one. He's creating it himself. That shit's amazing. He's bringing a lot to the team. I'm not saying you need to do something for your team, Larry. I'm just saying, can a motherfucker get a headband or something? You know what I mean? Like that's
a dark and a light.
You said what?
Bring a dark and a light.
What I did, Lamar was he's amped up. He spoke to a lot of players he wants to play with. And I was able to get with Tysell earlier today. And he did the same thing. My man came out with the draft champion shirt. He came out killing it bigger than Terrence. He had rings and shit, shining, letting everybody know what he brings to the table. And then he spoke about the draft, and we're excited. I plan to get the other 2 captains, JT and you, Larry, on live, and just for us to chop up quick and continue to amp this up, because the one knock that I have on us as a community is we're hella late on registering for things. And then when things don't happen, we want to bitch and moan about it. And then when things are going on, people still on the sideline bitching and moaning, talking about the things they could have done or this, that, and the other. Join the damn league. Get yourself into this. There's no reason not to. We're tired of hearing every other excuse. It's like, stop. Once this league happens and we hear all those people on the sideline chippering, no, get out. Because you had an opportunity to be a part of this. Don't mess this up. I don't believe we've had a draft where we have such high caliber draft captains. Like you got 4 of the best arguably versatile players in the damn league. They're all first round picks, top 5, top 6, however you want to go. They're in your first round picks. So it's really exciting. But I'm amped up. This is a hell of an opportunity for anybody to play with any of these guys. Luckily, I play with them every week. So I'm trying to give y'all a piece of what I go through.
That's crazy.
You're just saying, you know what I mean? They know where to register, man. It's www.tcflagfootball.com. I keep posting it. I'm gonna have the images up on our show. I'm just amped. This is a hell of a time for all of us. A lot of people are registering on Friday because that's payday. I respect it. I'm one of those folks. But let's keep this going. That's like shit. It's sixes, baby. I love sixes. So I'm about to go in as hard as I can. No pause needed. And just keep this going. So that's my spiel, but I'm amped up. To continue, what'd you say, Larry?
Where's Sharp at? Sharp in there?
Sharp said he's coming in it.
Yeah. I'm always counting for the drafts, I guess. You know, I'll be in on Friday. It's that 90. I'm just like, dang, do I get some downloadable content with this 90 I'm about to put on, or is it just?
I feel like Ray said he was going to shake the hand of every player and high five them on the way out.
He said you get a free month to your only to fans only of your choice.
I don't want that. I gotta get that in person. I don't need that. What I'm saying is, I need do I get some VC points? Is it gonna be like pizza slices? Everybody get a freezy?
Yeah, we got you on the freezy.
Hey, I was gonna say, Ray, listen to this. We want freezies. Go to Little Caesars. So get a little
ladies.
Yeah, get the table outside, throw some pizzas out, just hand a few. Obviously, we do have some. Look, I'm thinking about that. Then I'm thinking about how many extra ass people we have in this league that'll fuck around and try to take a box. Because some of these men is
somebody's gonna steal a box. That's just
I'm grateful, and it makes no sense. But we need to be better as a group. But still, some fun ideas. To jump into next week. So actually, before we get into that, what are these standings looking like? So Jabari's at the top. Jabari in full throttle. That number one defense though. We only like 6 points. Looking nice. I love that. Total points 77. Full throttle. They scored 68. Then let 14 in. I'm loving this. Lunatics is third. Silverbacks fourth. Then you got Predators, FSO, Game Time, Carnage, End Zone Maniacs, and I've been working. So it's exciting. Just the first week, so you can't go too crazy, but it is exciting.
You say Game Time's at the bottom?
I'm not at the bottom, but
they there.
It's one game. Hey, one game. We're gonna be back. I think this week is going to be a big determining factor on Predators. So we got Frozone in them.
Is Garrett going to be here?
I don't know. I would say this. I think the same crew we had this previous week, I'm almost certain they're going to be there. I think they're not going to miss any more games than they did already. But if we come in with the same crew we had even last week, I'm confident.
Y'all better not let Charles come in here and do y'all the way Rabbit just did y'all.
Look, Randall Cunningham going to do what he do.
Y'all better not let him get 2 points
by 2 scores.
Huh?
Y'all going to win by 2 scores?
I'm just going to predict a win. I'm not, because I'm just like, after what happened this previous week, I don't got no leg to stand on to try and say a score or 2 or whatever. 1 point, 20 points, whatever it may be.
Don't make the Predators become the upset alert team.
Nah, they in-house fight right now.
Right now they had already proved it one time. Aaron said they was going to win by 2 scores. They lost. Don't be next.
That's why I ain't do it.
You said Drew got Drew got the little gun on him now.
What? What gun he got on?
The little Predator gun to be right there. He got that on you right now. He got the scope on you now.
Oh, man.
It's
he better have a scope on his players. Make sure they don't jump ship.
All right. So speaking of this coming week, Saturday, we got Predators versus End Zone. Who y'all got?
Predators.
Yeah.
Same. This is a good game. Lunatics versus Full Throttle. Who you got?
Full Throttle.
What you say?
Full Throttle.
I'm gonna say Lunatics. That's a good game, though.
It is.
Yeah, I might have to record that game.
Is that game of the week?
No.
No.
I don't know.
See,
I'm not comfortable saying either team.
This ain't game of the week, but it's gonna be on prime time though.
I'm gonna say Lunatics. Because now we talk about the roster. I don't think anyone on Full Throttle can handle Oscar. I don't think anyone on Full Throttle can handle Bo. I don't think anyone on Full Throttle can handle Jeffrey, can handle Jannard, can handle Austin. So
that's a lot.
There's a lot. I'm missing names. So, and not to be too disrespectful on Lunatics, I'm just saying I don't know if they have what it takes to compete against that team. So I got Lunatics. Then we got Game Time versus Predators. Larry, who you got?
Is Garrett there?
We should have enough.
Who'd you say? You said it was who and who? You said Predators. You said Predators.
Game Time and Predators.
I'm going Predators. Game Time don't sound confident. And he don't sound confident.
Come Saturday. First of all, I'll wake up with it. I wake up with confidence.
This is a team.
Come Saturday. Yeah.
You don't believe in your team.
You was confident last week too, but your team wasn't.
Ooh.
Hey. I got Game Time.
Hey, no lie, I wish we could, anytime we said something about Game Time, I wish they had a correspondent that can come in and speak on Game Time's behalf, because Sharp just don't be doing it.
Doing it wrong.
Your team's got ass beat. It's like, we need someone to speak up.
No, the thing, okay, first of all, 32-0, you can't say nothing. If it was a closer game, I would 32-0, I'm just happy to be at peace with it at this point. But when it comes to us being Predators, we gonna beat Predators. We're going to beat them.
We're going to see. I've been working versus Enzo Maniacs.
Now, this is, in a way, is also a decent game. It is.
He ain't wrong.
I'm gonna give it to Enzo Maniacs. I think they get their first win.
This is going to be a gut check for Eric, because if you lose against Enzo.
Eric is going to win this game, and he's going to have at least one pick.
I'm going to go with I've been working as well, because just off the fact I'm banking on them having more athletes, and this is going to be more broken plays.
Peanut head in the back there. Yeah, there we go. And it was like, oh, they caught me. Okay, I feel that though, Sharp.
Eric will have a pick.
Okay. Then we got FSO versus Lunatic. Stop.
Yeah. So, FSO, it'll be nice if they keep it at a game, but yeah, Lunatics just got a lot, man. They got a lot.
FSO will score one time.
You said what?
They're gonna score one time.
He's tripping right now.
I was zoomed in and started looking at it too.
They ain't gonna get Sharply. That's what I'm trying to say. They ain't gonna get Sharply.
Ain't gonna get. First of all, it's a whole team effort.
Oh look, I thought you wake up. I thought you wake up out of the bed with it. It's about you.
I was confident. I left the game confident. I wish I had one of these shorties vouch for me. I left the game confident.
Full Throttle or Silverbacks?
Oh,
this is another decent game.
There's a lot of decent games.
Yep.
Yeah, this is actually a good game. Good week of games. I'm going to give it.
This is a game I might watch.
Is Clapper there?
Damon?
Yes, there's a lot going on with this team. I'm going to. I'm gonna get beat up on the sideline. This Full Throttle is going 0-2 this week.
Oh, I think he's going 2-0.
Nope.
He's going to strategize for this week.
Wait, you didn't pick him over. You picked him over Lunatics?
No, no. Oh yeah, Larry did.
I did.
Oh yeah, okay.
I got him going 2-0. I think he wins.
Dang.
I got them.
I would say it's an addition of Dev, and I like Dev. I think Dev is a good quarterback. I'll be interested to see if they split time with him and Damon at quarterback, or what they do with Damon. I just didn't see the first game. That's why I'm saying that. But I think that makes a difference. I would say I'm I'm gonna give it a full throttle. I think Rab's gonna be able to slow the game down.
Both y'all taking full throttle. I'm taking Silverbacks.
I think he's gonna be able to win the game, taking advantage of what their strength is, which is the line. And all they gotta do is they just gotta hold down Soto. They gotta hold down all the Silverback weapons they got.
These two games are more mental than they are physical. That's why
this is a mental game. Rab gonna win this. The Lunatic game, they's got a lot. Silverback's also a great team, but Rab is just good at he's good at slowing the game down and making it more of a slugfest.
We're going to find out. Last game is Jabari versus Carnage. That's also the game of the week.
Out of majority of the games, it's probably the most lopsided one to be game of the week. No, I mean, it's no offense at all. There's no offense at all. Keep in mind, my team didn't score a point. We're gonna change it, but I can't. Again, I'm just speaking facts. We just talked about 3 other games that was close and more favoring game of the week. I see you guys beating them by at least 2, maybe 3 scores. I would say 2. They tend to play out well though.
They tend to play out well. They do have new people in new positions, but Carnage has been known to play us very well. We've probably got less than 30 seconds. Any last words for the show?
I ain't gonna be there this week.
Join the draft.
My man. That's all.
Join the draft. Have some fun.
And my jersey made it home.
It wasn't tore up?
Nice. Okay.
They slept in your jersey, whoever it was. So I hope you washed it.
I watched it.
With bleach. 3 times.
OxyClean.
All the time.
Breaking rocks out here on the chain gang. Breaking rocks and serving my time. Breaking rocks out here on the chain gang. 'Cause I've been convicted.